The 2012 Olympic icon had always been open and honest about the possibility of suffering a loss from Andy Ruiz, who was the underdog. Ruiz's weight made him get worse, but that's not Anthony Joshua's problem. Anthony Joshua being pressured made him more focused. Audience built him up as unbeatable. "You saw me in the ring, before the fight. I wasn't fighting, was I? I didn't have that mindset. Apparently I'm fighting the quickest hands and the best fighter in the division. It's a restart." That's the best way of explaining. He shifted his mentality to kill a mindset, but he in a way it will calm and relax in his fight and use the jab to dominate the match. Joshua's working out allowed him to move faster. Boxer talk about flashbacks, and we will not know the impact of that defeat until Anthony Joshua gets hit on the chin by Ruiz. This is why he took the careful approach. In his mind, the world champion mediator has already seen them play out. If you're not mentally strong, you become mentally weak. The techniques help him on distractions, focus on what mattered and see first what he later hoped to bring to life. The right mindset led to the right performances. He spoke about punching more efficiently and not waste punches. Revenge mission was spent with zen-like focus on his mind rather than his body. He spent plenty of time outside to avoid feeling claustrophobic. He rehearsed his ring walk in an empty arena and, most tellingly, he studied Ruiz Jr.'s personality and found ways of making his rival feel pressurized by asking him specific questions that touched a nerve. "You could go to Saudi and do a training camp because it's a simple way of life." Joshua knew that the serenity of the desert, a far cry from New York, would better suit his personality. Manhattan is so crazy, as soon as you step outside your door. Saudi was very calm, very relaxed, very focused. Literally in Manhattan, you walk out of your door and you're in the city, go go go. That can be suppressible. I asked him, "How do I beat you?" Instead of saying "you can't beat me." You have to know how to get things out of people. You learn in your industry how to maneuver around certain people. "I didn't feel comfortable, so I decided to get in the other way," he explained. "I was in control and didn't let the event overcome me." Joshua came in the ring first as the challenger. It gave me ownership of the ring. The wheels were set in motion for Joshua's revenge mission by his team's immediate reaction to a shock defeat 6 months ago. When Andy came in, I locked my eyes onto him while he was still going through that process. They just became the culmination of everything Joshua knew he had to do, and should have done before the first fight. Oleksandr Usyk made a decision on what comes next for him, and it is not necessarily the move up to heavyweight that most expected. He had option of fighting Denis Alexandrovich Lebedov is a Russian professional boxer. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist was due to fight Carlos Takam on May 25 but suffered a torn bicep and was forced to pull out. Takam fought Anthony Joshua. Usyk won the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight tournament in July by unifying all 4 major belts with his one-sided decision over Murat Gassiev in Moscow in the final. Not long after that fight, Usyk and K2 Promotions signed a co-promotional deal with Hearn, and Usyk defended the undisputed title by crushing 8th-round knockout of former world titleist Tony Bellew in November in Manchester, England. Since Usyk turned pro, his goal was to unify the cruiserweight titles and then move up to try to do the same at heavyweight. Oleksandr Usyk is a serious impending threat to the heavyweight elite. Then marked his debut in the top division with a 7th-round stoppage of Chas Witherspoon, which failed to impress White. He has a decent guard. I was able to hit him, but he stays very basic, which is something that we tend to miss. He keeps things very simple, which is a big thing. A good mover and all of this, but he can't punch, and I can punch. Punch angles, punch variety, tactics for the fight. Heavyweight boxing is different from all the other weights. We can win 11 rounds, 2 minutes and 45 seconds and get knocked out in the last 15. Heavyweight boxing is a sport like none other. You can be winning rounds and make one mistake, good night. There are no promotional conflicts, or there are no television conflicts, and both fighters want to fight each other. They're both signed for matchroom boxing. I hit him in the first round clean, he staggered back and then he just came back swinging. Thanks for listening.